continuation from previous live. So in the previous live, I did air signs. So that was for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So I'm going to continue. I'm just going to, I don't know why YouTube does this, but it makes the live private. So I have to go back and make it public. So that is what I'm working on right now. But okay. Okay, I'll start here shortly. I'm going to share the live. Okay. Hopefully the mic is working. It's a sound canceling mic, so hopefully you don't hear everything going on in the background. Okay, I'm gonna post on social media. Whenever you come across this video, make sure you check out my previous lives as well. I've been doing I've done tarot reading. I've done one tarot reading as of last week, and then everything else was just like intuitive messages, and it just really resonates with the general energy of what's going on with everyone. So I've been really liking posting those lives. Okay, just give me a few more seconds here. Okay. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna post on my Instagram. And I'm gonna post the link. Okay. Once this live is posted, then you could definitely just fast forward until you see me grab my tarot cards. Okay. Okay, so I shared it on my social media platforms. Okay. All right, so we are 3 minutes in. Okay. So let me turn this down. Again, hopefully the audio is good. Okay. I'm gonna clear my deck. Again, previous live, I did general message for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So now we're going to do fire. For fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can resonate with anyone who has those placements, in their natal chart. Okay. YouTube needs to push out this live. They're not being fair with me. Okay. Fire signs. I want to keep saying Gemini. So I feel like this may be a continuation a little bit, or may resonate with those that may have Gemini placements or dealing with a Gemini. If you are a fire sign and if that resonates, definitely check out the previous live where I tap into that Gemini air sign energy. Fire signs, the world. Well, this is too many. I don't like collecting when it's like a bunch of them. I'll focus on this one. So the world card is attaining the things that you've been working on. Focusing on your physical health. There's a disconnect of like what you want with what you're saying. So fire signs, try to take time to think about the things you want to say before you say it. Because there's like a sense of like a message that needs to be delivered, and your tone can affect that message. So the other person, for example, maybe you're having a conversation with somebody and they're having a hard time or they're going through something, and naturally you may be the type that taps into your intuition, and sometimes without really realizing it, you're kind of reading the other person. So it's going to be important to kind of ground your energy, especially if you're around like people or a particular person. You guys just tend to talk a lot. But be mindful of your tone and how you deliver certain messages, especially if you know that you're tapping intuitively, because that can affect them even more if that resonates. But the world here is attainment, it's success, it's fulfillment, it's the end of a cycle, it's a completion, but I keep getting contemplation. So there's something here with contemplating. Some of you guys are going to be focused on your physical health. Some of you guys could be dancers or gymnasts, or will try a new activity that involves anything like that, due to the energy of like really working your physical self here. I feel like any ideas, any intentions, any goals that you were working on is definitely coming your way. The manifestation is there. And I just turned off my TV. I was playing music earlier and I actually had to pause it because it was very distracting for me. So just like the visual of it still on, I was like, no, I can't. So once again, the energy of the air element that I was reading prior a couple minutes ago is like just stopping distractions, limiting distractions, and focusing on like your priorities, because it helps you to like focus and like ground your energy. I feel very what's the word? Like too much is going on, if that makes sense. And I can't explain it, and it doesn't feel like it's coming from me. If that makes sense. The world could literally like signify, you have so much going on and you just kept moving forward and doing what you have to do, like, taking action, especially as a fire sign. And it's like, all right, now I have time to rest, but not so much because I have more to do. I'm getting that. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I keep wanting to say Gemini, fire energy. The Eight of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is the energy of feeling like you're just overwhelmed. So going back to what I was saying, if you can hear me well, let me know in the comments. If you can post in the chat, because I am using a sound canceling mic, so hopefully you don't hear the background noise. But let me know. Eight of Swords is a reminder of how important it is. And I keep like having to like inhale, exhale. That's going to be very helpful for anyone with fire placements, or to whoever this message resonates with. But like really taking this as a sign and needing to like get out of the Eight of Swords, like feeling stuck or feeling like, I can't do this, or I can't have that, or um, my hands are tied, like I don't know what to do or how to move forward from this situation. And like, to me, next to the world is like, this is a reminder of like, you want to stay in this energy and you want to move away. The Eight of Swords is a reminder that whatever situation you are in, it's like in a sense an illusion, but it's all from the mind. It's your mindset. Okay. So you can get out of this energy. This individual here, they're blindfolded, they're tied, they're not sure exactly what's going on around them. They just have that mental fear or even anxiety. But technically in tarot, the individual can get out of this, because this isn't necessarily like tied. You can't, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a rope or like a chain. It looks like a chain. It's not even like tied all the way. It's not even tied to anything. So you can get up and like run away. You can get up and like shake these off and take the blindfold off, and you're gonna see like, okay, the situation isn't as bad as I think it is, or as I once thought it was. Again, focus on staying in this energy, especially building momentum going towards the full moon, which I believe falls on the 11th. The Hangman. The Hangman represents stagnancy. It can represent delay. It represents a need to break out, move away, create momentum, so you can move forward or actually do something. The Hangman is literally hanging there, and it's a sense of being comfortable. It's the sense, and I just saw 11:11 on my time here. It's the energy of, you know what, I'm just here because this is what I'm comfortable in. Or perhaps you do have a sense of anxiety. It's like, I can't get out of the situation, or I don't know how to proceed forward. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm stuck. I need help, but I'm not saying I need help. It's just like you're just dealing with it. And now I understand why I felt like I needed to breathe, because I'm going to do that right now. Right? Contemplating in the situation that you're in, or the situation you're dealing with. Again, a reminder, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down. He has one ankle tied with the chain. Once again, something here about chain. So maybe road opening work, if you feel like you need the stagnancy, there's like a barrier, chains, not literally, but chains preventing you from moving forward or progressing. A road opening candle or spiritual bath, or even an affirmation, a prayer of some sort, can help to break these chains. This could be related to a connection as well, or a situation, or even an old feeling. You're tired of feeling anxious and scared, feeling like you can't progress in life, and you are focused on attaining everything that you want. So the Hangman, once again, is a reminder that you're here because you're comfortable, even if you don't want to be there. This chain right here, wrapped, okay, not tied, not bolted, wrapped around this ankle right here, just swinging back and forth, swinging around, como si nada, like nothing. And it's like you could get out of the situation. You just gotta make some effort, right? Make some effort. 1313 on the time. Ace of Swords, more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Air energy here. So taking that initiative, that new beginning. There may be obstacles, or an obstacle, or you feel like you are in this situation, like there's no way around it. You just have to be able to break through. It's communicating your needs, your desires, communicating that you need extra help or support. Excuse me, is going to be super important. Again, you may feel like this at one point, or you're working towards it. So therefore, you need to stay away, right, as much as you can from this person, from this situation, from this feeling like, oh, I can't do this because I don't know, it's not the right time, or I want to feel happy, right? This is just examples. Feel happy, but I can't because I'm dealing with my mental emotional health, which is understandable. You need support, right? So taking that initiative here. Ace of Swords is a reminder that you can use your communication, have that mentality, needing that clarity. Some of you guys will be starting to get that clarity that you need regarding a decision. So from now, whenever you watch this video, moving forward, you're going to be more mindful, more careful, more aware of the things you're consuming. So, food wise, things you're drinking, the environments that you are in, the things you're watching. Once again, I was listening to music, I had my TV on, but it was like visually, it was just too distracting, even though there was nothing playing. So, I turned it off, right? I have my sound canceling mic on, which once again, I hope it's working and you don't hear all the background noise that I have going on here. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, overstimulated, take some time for yourself, take a break. It's going to be very important. Moving on to the next element. Let me take a little sippy sip. YouTube doing me dirty. I don't think they're pushing out my live. Normally when I go live in the mornings, I'm like, I have people on there. And I kind of purposely waited to go live later because I was like, oh, maybe I'll get more interaction. This tends to be around the time where people were like on their lunch breaks and stuff, for those that, work during the day and stuff. But I don't know, might start going live in the mornings again. Okay. Let's do earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Eight of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fast moving action, fast communication. Some of you guys could be waiting on a text or a message from someone if it's related to love or some sort of offer that you are wanting to present to someone. It could be related to work as well, but I'm getting more love related. The Two of Wands represents partnerships here. So this is like quick communication. Some of you guys could be, if you are single, wanting to establish some sort of partnership with an individual. If you, once again, are single, some of you guys are feeling inspired. You have a boost of creativity, of energy, and you just want to be able to find a way to not only access that, but be able to share it, right? Explore in that sense. So some of you guys could be trying new things. You guys could be going out for a hike or camping or just being more outdoorsy if that resonates. We have a lot of like greenery here. So with the Eight of Wands is taking action with an idea, an intention that you have, and just going for it. So like trusting the process. I feel like with some earth signs, depending of course on your plate where it is placed in your natal chart, but it's like that lack of trust because you want like kind of more like a for sure thing. So if it's related to love, it's like I'm not really sure if like you're ready for this or maybe I'm not sure if I'm ready for this, but it's like you're putting yourself out there. And I think that's a great thing that you can do for yourself during this time is just trying things out, practicing. There's something here about practice and going for it because it helps to not only tap into your creativity. So I'm thinking like sacral chakra, but it helps you to continue this again momentum. I keep mentioning momentum because of the moon phase that we're in going into the full moon. So any ideas, any intentions that you have, push it forward, right? Just go for it. And I'm really focused on my candle that I have here, so fire energy. So tapping into that. Some people may have fire placements in their chart. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. So Eight of Wands, Two of Wands, again, partnership. So some of you guys could be going out on dates, talking to people, texting. If you're in a partnership with these two cards is again with ideas and like wanting to be spontaneous and spending time together, or collaboration if it's related to perhaps school or your career, is taking action on the things or the one thing that's going to bring you the success, the abundance, the opulence, right? The wealth, the money, financial security, stability that you want. But you have to make a decision which way you're going to go. You might have many ideas. You're just kind of like, or maybe if you're looking for a job, and you're just shooting your shot, literally. You're like, I have my resume, and I'm gonna just send them all to like these different um, companies, and just see, what where it lands, basically, and then making a decision with offers coming in. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Earth energy. I feel like a lot of you guys are really tapping into your like fire energy. And it made me think that even though if you're not a fire sign, you may be tapping in or maybe lacking fire energy. Excuse me. So in one of my previous lives, I was talking about, oh, I know which one it was. Excuse me. I went live last week, and it's the live that has like I think 500 views, and that's the one that has no audio. So I'm really hoping that my audio is fine, because that was very upsetting. I was outside, it was sunny, I couldn't really see my screen because it was so bright, and I was just like talking and just like spilling out all these intuitive messages, and people were coming in and out, but it was consistent, so I didn't think there was like an issue there. And then it posts and there's no audio right off the bat, so I was like, what the heck? So I don't know if I was just talking to myself the whole time, or if anyone even got any glimpse to the messages I was sharing. So I don't know, there's something there. But oh yeah, sorry. So then, ooh, someone really I'm laughing because I'm literally, I don't know if you can see, but like I'm like rubbing like my face right now. Like I feel not necessarily tired, like stressed the fuck out. So you guys could have some sort of like office job where you're in front of a screen, because I'm in front of my TV. So I'm just getting like, oh my lord, I just got a flashback to when I was like an office manager. Just being like, oh my god, so stressed. So if that resonates with someone, focus, right? Yeah, the main thing here is like focus, prioritizing, like grounding your energy. I feel like you're so in this fire energy, you're just like, you're out there, like, you know what, let's go do this. It's nice today. The weather's gonna be real good. Like, let's go to the river, let's go to the ocean, let's go to the lake, let's go outside, let's go for a walk, let's go here, let's go there. And you're like doing all these things, and then like, okay, like chill out. I get it. I'm a fire sign, right? Ground your energy, like chill, relax, drink some water, cool down, cool off, because you don't want to take action on something that is going to be that one thing that causes you to like have that burnout, right? Crash out. Maybe I'm not even using that properly, but like, and that's a huge thing that happens to me a lot is I'm like this sometimes, and then boom, like burnout, and I don't want to do anything, or like I procrastinate on doing certain things. It was like a reminder to like take it easy. It's okay. Like, you have time. You have time to like do all these things that you want to do. Like, you have time. You just may have to make a decision and do one thing at a time, or a certain way. But like, if these are all your goals and intentions, you have time. You have time. Going back to what I was saying. So I believe it's called the Bazi chart. I still need to like 100% confirm that, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Bazi chart, where um, it calculates your birthplace, birth time, and yeah, I think it's just those two, I believe. Well, anyways, you calculate that information, and it tells you what elements you're lacking and what elements you have. So in that live, I was talking about how I was have been tapping into the energy of wood. The energy of wood helps to ground my energy, and because I have water and fire, so it's like inspiration and your emotions and empathy and all that stuff. And I feel like ever since I found that out, and I've been incorporating like not just green, like other colors, other things, it has helped me a lot. So I feel like that could resonate with someone. Maybe again, you have been lacking fire, so you need something regarding fire. So maybe going out in the sun can help. Um, maybe charging and or using crystals that relate to like the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, or even your root chakra, if that makes sense. Okay, next card is the Tower. So this is the need, the call to set the intention to create a base or basis of things you no longer want to tolerate, things you no longer want to deal with. The Tower is the effect, I hope you can see it, the effect of what happens after you make this decision. Some decisions or decision that you make may not be necessarily what you wanted, it's what you needed, or there's a sense of, you know what, this is fast moving energy, I need this or I want this right now, so you just go towards the route or the path or the decision that you think is the fastest, the most abundant, if it's related in partnership, or excuse me, in like love. It's like, oh well, this person is gonna sound messed up, like more better looking than this other person, so you go with that one. But then you come to see like the facade is like, it was all a facade, it's all fake, it's not what you were promised, it's not what you thought, right? So it's the awareness, the vulnerability that this illusion, this idea, this intention, if it resonates with you that way, is no longer there. It's not what you thought it was. So the Tower allows you to, again, create a stability, create a base, and build on that, build off of that, but incorporate things you want. So let's say if it's regarding, if you are partnered, it's like, okay, it's all this like, lovey-dovey, hot stuff. Maybe you guys are lacking in the water energy, right? Because I was talking about elements. So you're lacking water, right? So it's gonna come to a point where like, okay, the only thing we do when we see each other at this point is we just mm, get down to business, let's say, right? Or we only go do things that keep us active, which is great, but like we don't have time to talk. And that happens when people go out on dates, for example. Like, especially when you're getting to know each other, like you're not actually partnered, you guys are doing stuff which is great, but you're not talking, like going to the movies, you guys aren't talking. You go to a restaurant, you could chit chat, or you go to a bar but you're not really talking, or you go to a club, you're not really talking, right? So there's something there. So setting the intention of, like, in a sense, no longer dealing with what you don't want to deal with anymore. But like the Tower, it feels kind of expected. Like you kind of felt or thought like, yeah, I kind of had an idea that was going to happen, or if that resonates. The Four of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm going to take a little break. Give me a second. If you have a drink, take a sip. Take a sippy sip. I wonder if you could hear that. Well, it tastes good. The ice, I blended it, but it's like pretty much melted. It's not hot in here. It's supposed to be hot later today, but maybe because it was next to the candle. That's why. That's good. It has lavender and a little bit of strawberry syrup, sugar free, and it's lemonade. Four of Wands is the stability. Okay, so as I was saying, with the Tower, creating that stability, the basis of what you want to, let's say, manifest, right? So you want a partnership. It's possible, but it may not be with that person. Or the partnership in business, maybe the route that you guys were taking, you guys are gonna have to like go back to the drawing board and like, all right, what can we do differently, or what can we start incorporating? Because whatever it is that we thought was, because all these ideas, right, it's not working. It's just not it. So you're wanting to have success, right? Prosperity, good luck, family, love, partnerships. stability in all aspects, abundance in all aspects, abundance and positivity, opulence, right? Not abundance in everything. I listen, be careful with them affirmations because sabes que sometimes I be saying stuff and I'm like, wait, wait, hang on. Let me rephrase that, right? But here, the tower here, I feel once again it's expected. It can be unexpected, it could be a bit chaotic or really chaotic, but just getting out of that energy to really be where it is where you want to be. Okay, moving on to water signs. I'm feeling like me personally, I need to drink more water. So there could be someone with water placements, or if you are just a water sign, or if you're watching this at this point in time of the video, you need more H2O. I've been like so bad with drinking water. I've been trying my best this week. Okay, I have been, I promise. Been so bad. Like I'll get myself a water bottle. Excuse me. I ate earlier and all this talking, so excuse me. Okay. I've been putting in like what's it called? Like taste salud. Like these little like powder packets, like single packets you put in the water and it helps with like your immunity, or it gives you like a boost of energy, stuff like that. That could resonate with someone, but that's been like super helpful for me because it flavors it and it's helped a lot. So that could resonate with someone. Okay, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Four of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There was an intention or like a situation that you thought was going to manifest, be presented to you in the way that you would have preferred, but it's not. The universe, you see that hand right there? Let's say that's the universe, right? Okay, that was my timer, my alarm. The universe is like, you know what? No. Whatever it is that you wanted or that you were desiring is gonna come in divine timing. So all you're doing is just thinking about it, contemplating. You're perhaps feeling sad. There's a sense of loss, maybe depressed, or bit of anxiety trying to creep in. And the way I'm saying it, I know it doesn't sound serious, but I feel like you're trying to, or you're that type of person to not take certain things seriously. That definitely resonates with someone. I know a few water signs that are like that. You can be very sarcastic. Um, you have your own sense of humor. But with the Four of Cups is just a reminder that all of the energy, the effort, or efforts that you've made, the universe sees it, right? And it's like, I just want this job. I want this. I want to manifest this idea or have this intentions. And it's like, it's just not happening. And it's all due to divine timing. Sometimes the universe doesn't give you what you want, right? What you desire, because you have other things here that you still need to work on. There are 3 cups right here, 3 chalices, right? It's like, yeah, I have this big goal of yours. I see it, right? I'm holding it aside for you. But right now is not the time. You have other things that you need to focus on. I was going to say worry, like you have other things to worry about. So maybe if that's kind of an energy that you feel like you've been in. But water energy, tapping in, is all of your desires or even offers that have been presented to you, or maybe you're presenting that to someone. It's like reserve that energy for yourself. There's an energy of having to kind of, I don't want to say step back, stay still. Stay still from the moment you see this, from the moment you hear this, moving forward for like the next 2 to 3 weeks. There's something here about 2 to 3 weeks. Because I feel like whatever it is you want, so if it's related to love, maybe you're putting yourself out there or you're wanting to put yourself out there. but like there's no emotional response, there's no emotional feedback, and you're like, well, what the heck is happening? It's just due to timing, divine timing. Communication, if you are dealing with someone in particular, maybe communication isn't great, maybe it's even like non-existent here. Card just flew out. Let's see. The Page of Pentacles, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This could be if you have children or have a child, maybe there's an energy of disconnect or lack of communication. So definitely tap into your role as a parent and reach out, because as a parent, you have to have open communication. You have to be the one who is, of course, the protector, but you are also the one that your child or children feel safe to be around, if that resonates, right? So if you have been having a hard time with connecting or even reconnecting with your child, because I do get a huge sense of disconnect, excuse me, is like take initiative, even if it's slow moving energy. You don't want to be like so forward and like scare off your kid with like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's all this like emotional openness coming from if we normally don't have that? So therefore they like close off even more. So that's going to resonate with someone here. Related to like career or any intentions, goals. Again, it's slow moving energy, but the Page of Pentacles represents a message, communication. So once again, you have this desire or this intention and you may not receive it the way you would like. It's going to be presented in other ways. So let's say, and I keep going, so I don't know if that's a new thing I'm doing. So excuse if that's like, that sounds annoying, but, or I should even say that that's annoying. Because when I do readings, I tend to tap into mannerisms. I tap into the tone of like the energy that I'm reading because I'm tapping in. So there could be someone who kind of speaks like that. They tend to do the a lot, if that resonates. But with career, with school, finances, resources, pages is like the initial idea, initial movement. So it could be slow moving. Pentacles tends to be slow moving, but it's because it's like the investments that you put into that energy or intention, it starts to grow. Okay. So it's like, okay, I wanted to, I don't know, start a new business. I wanted to go on vacation. I wanted to start this program. I wanted to, I don't know, buy this particular thing. And it's like, okay, it's all slow moving energy and you're not happy about it. There's just something here about like you're so in this energy, or could be water signs, that like you need to get out of this. Okay, you have other things going on, right? That need your attention, your focus, other things that are getting like need your creativity. And I'm like once again focused on my candle, even though it's not a cup, it's not a chalice, it's a vessel, right? But it's like there's like this movement, like hello, I'm right hello, I'm right here, like use me, use me. So you might have an idea, maybe something you wrote down or you have somewhere written down. If not even made sense, written down somewhere, maybe on your phone, like in the what's it called, like notepads or in the notes, something there. And it's like maybe like a to-do list, or it reminds me, like on my phone I have kind of like a to-do list that I've had for like the past 2 years. So when I like accomplish something or I do that specific thing, I like check it off. I don't erase it, but I check it off. So I think I need to look back into that and see like the things that I've done and then like edit. So there's something there. With the Page of Pentacles, we have the peacock shown here. So protection, prosperity, abundance, beauty. So that could be something that you guys are focused on. I normally don't take cards when they come out like several, but I'll do this one. The Two of Pentacles, balance, partnership, focused on your finances, your schoolwork, if that resonates. Maybe you're wanting like a raise, you're wanting more financial stability or even financial growth. But once again, maybe this offer or this idea you want, it's not being presented to you, but it's a reason. You know, the universe sometimes, okay, I said sometimes, presents or does things, even through people, through situations that aren't ideal. And you're like, why is this happening? Or why did this person say this? Why did that happen? But then over time, you know, you learn from that. You through due to experience, you're like, okay, that's why. Knights of Pentacles, more earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Very focused on your resources, your finances, the materials, focused on moving forward. The Knights of Pentacles is the reassurance that this person, your intention, or this idea is moving forward, is moving along, but it's in a slower pace. So that may not be ideal for most, but for those that have water placements, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that's kind of the energy you need to be. I think really being stuck in the Four of Cups, excuse me, that was my timer. Really being stuck in this energy, perhaps feeling depressed or feeling like no matter what I do, I just can't get out of it. Again, is being mindful of like the things you say with affirmations, maybe having to rephrase things. And if you're trying to manifest more abundance, let's say more money, more resources, you need to, in a sense, clear your energy, I was gonna say clear your bath. So you may need to clean your bathtub if you have one, and or your shower, clean your bathroom in general, and do a cleansing bath, because that's going to help to cleanse your aura, cleanse your space, cleanse your energy, purify it, and it's going to help you. And you can't see me, but like I'm making an expression as if like it's so bright in here, like I'm like closing my eyes. Is again, there's something here about really needing to cleanse and clear. And I have no reason to feel like that right now because I cleansed, I smudged my home, I cleansed myself, music, good vibes and stuff. So, you know, having the time and energy to do the reading. So, tapping in, I definitely feel that. You could be lacking a bit of that fire energy that's going to give you the boost, the energy, the motivation, the inspiration. So, you could be lacking that. So, you're going to have to tap into, you know, what aspects of me or what things or what things can I do to give me that boost, right? So maybe going out for a walk, hitting the gym, talking to someone. Mm, I feel more than anything, maybe just doing things that you enjoy, right? Enjoy, right? Happiness, pleasure, desires. I feel like that's going to help you a lot. But without the Four of Cups, like these three cards alone, like hell yeah, that's abundance right there. That's stability, that's security, that's balance, that's wealth, that's luck. Someone, be mindful of like mal de ojo. Someone could be like eyeing your finances. Like if people are at work or like if it's payday, they're over here trying to see if like if you'll buy them lunch or something, or I don't know. They're keeping an eye on like what new things are you purchasing for yourself, and it's like that's none of your business if that resonates. Last card is a Page of Wands. So I was gonna say the second page. It is the second page. Okay. Page of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? As I was saying, like you needing to tap into the fire energy. The Page of Wands can represent a text. Once again, it could be through social media, through text. It could be a phone call, a video call, or even in person. But it's like the seed of an idea. That's more Ace of Wands, but seed of an idea in just like communicating, putting it out there, putting yourself out there. It's youthful energy. So 2 pages depict shown here. So it's like the beginning stage. The pages are consider like the children, the child, the initial process, right? And then we move to the knights, which is like the young, youthful, 20-year-old, 30-year-old kind of energy. And then we go to queens and kings and, so on and so forth. So that's already, when you have stabilized, if that's the right term or even word, and accomplishing, completing these tasks, these intentions, these goals, and like having a sense of maturity. If that resonates, there's something there. Maybe you have a goal or goals to like start that process of doing something or being a certain way that's going to help you. So it's like, okay, taking one step at a time, day by day, right? Like, okay, I have all these plans, but I'm going to start taking initiative, right? I want to go back to the gym, right? So, okay, I don't feel good about myself. Maybe you're a drinker, so not drinking as much. That could be hard, a hard time for you, but just know that you're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for your health. Your health is wealth. There could be something there about consuming. So consuming things that aren't great for you, that could really be affecting your finances, affecting your relationships. Excuse me. There's something here with communication. Like I just can't say things properly or like the way I want to. It's just kind of like, what's the word? Like, I don't know, like it fumbles. I don't know. Maybe there are times where you feel like you want to communicate things, but they're not coming out the way that they should, if that resonates. So relate to the throat chakra. So maybe wearing some sort of like, I don't know if you can see it. We're here trying to move forward, like crystals around your throat chakra. Something that can help and clear that out, or even like drinking some sort of tea that can help remove that blockage. Excuse me if I tapped on the mic. Excuse me. So Page of Wands, it can represent opportunities as well. It can represent receiving a message. So I don't know. Y'all need to get out of this Four of Cups. You guys are so stuck in this energy. You have all this like other great energy. I feel like because it's slow moving, like you don't feel, right? Water is emotions. Cups is emotions. You don't feel excited. You're doing the work, but I feel like some people may not feel grateful. Some people may not feel fulfilled, thankful for what they have or things that they're doing. And this is just a reminder that everything that you're working towards, you're putting in that work, and the universe will grant you your wish, let's say. But it takes time. Again, Knight of Pentacles is like the reassurance that you will get to where you need to be. It's a slower moving pace. That's why the Knight of Pentacles looks so nice. Okay, it looks so shiny. Look at his shield. Look at his, what's it called? Staff. Is that what it's called? It's called the staff? Maybe not. Correct me if I'm wrong. Look at the horse. It's adorned so nicely. Because he's taking his time. Slow moving energy. Very abundant, very secure. What's that thing everybody was saying? Something very demure. Some of you guys could be wanting to look more presentable or are doing things for yourself to make you feel better. And I feel like people are going to see that. They're going to like your ideas. They're going to like the outfits you're putting together. You're going to be tapping in more into like your inspiration and your physicalness. And if that's even a word, physicalness, your physical self. And it's going to be such a motivator for you. Again, please get the heck out of this Four of Cups. Yeah. Ready? This is what I'm going to do. Don't want to see you anymore. Let me get one more card. What can water signs do to get out of the Four of Cups? You see this? Okay. You see this card right here on the top? I'm going to put these back. Leave this on the top, right? What is this? This is the Knight of Wands. For those that do tarot or have some knowledge, you know what the Knight of Wands represents. Again, tapping into your fire energy right? The initial idea, right? Taking action is like the beginning stage. The Knight of Wands is fiery, passionate, courageous, spontaneous, creative, hot, sensual. When you are feeling good, when you genuinely feel good about yourself, even if it's just for like a moment, when you're working on your physical health, your mental, emotional health. Excuse me, I have my timer going off again. When you're tapping into those energies or those aspects of yourself, you physically radiate like I can't even explain like hotness. That resonates with somebody. Sometimes it's not necessarily the way someone looks. Maybe it's your hair, because right here is depicted like shoulder length hair. So someone could have shoulder length hair. Or maybe someone is thinking about growing out their hair. Or maybe you're ready for a haircut. But it's like the Knight of Wands is ready to go. And I feel like that's the energy you want to tap into. So again, getting out of the Four of Cups and tapping into the Knight of Wands, to your inspirations, taking action, dating, initiating romance, initiating, I don't know, let's go out, let's go do something. Like, tap into that fire energy if you feel like you've been lacking that. Of course, grounding your energy and just being in the energy of abundance. Like, okay, I'm gonna go out on a date, or I'm gonna spend money on something, and that money will return to me. My money is circulating always around. No matter how much money I spend, no matter what I pay for, the money is returned to me times 10, times 100, times 1,000. So again, something here with affirmations. Another card is the Devil, but the way I picked it up is reverse. So the Devil is Capricorn energy. If it was like this, I'd be like, oh, y'all are just focused on your physicalness here, okay? Like hot, sensual, sexual. It could also be a bit toxic, okay? Especially if you're in a situation here, or if you want to be a little playboy. Do they still call them that? Playboy? F-boys? But it's reversed, okay? So it's like getting out of this stuck mindset, getting out of this stuck energy, getting out of this negativity, like that thing that's like whispering, not literally, but whispering in your ear, the little devil on your shoulder is like, no, you can't do that. Oh, you think you gonna fit into that shirt? No, you ain't. It's like, you haven't even tried it on. How are you gonna know if it fits or not? Like, don't let negativity get in the way. Like, it's understandable, it's hard, but you will not get out of this until you decide to no longer focus, right, on that, and focusing on the things you already have, the things you're working towards, and the things that you can and will accomplish. If you're wanting to work on your physical health, then you know what you got to do, what you have to do. Maybe starting off with drinking some water. Like, I need to drink more water. Going out for a walk, stretching, creating that movement. Because when there is no movement, there's stagnancy and there's no flow. And that's where things start to become stagnant. Things start to delay, be blocked. And you don't want to block your caminos, your path, your roadways. That's your roads, basically. Clear it all out. Clear. I'm going to cleanse my energy after this, and I hope you do too. I know some water signs that, listen, this resonates with them, and I'm gonna tell them, hey, you should cleanse your energy or go for a walk or go stretch, because I can tell that your back is killing you right now. All right, so in the previous live, I read for air signs. This live, I read for the 3 other elements. So if you want to check out the previous live, definitely go ahead and do so. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I'm trying to reach the 500 subscriber count, because I'm going to do a free tarot reading giveaway, and I talk a lot as is, so you already know that reading gonna be real good. I'm just gonna be talking and talking and talking. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.